about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear.
My YouTube channel, it's your girl D'Asya Renee back with another sports talk video. Today is going to be a WNBA talk about what is going on in the WNBA. So first things first, we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever are 0-4. Yeah, they're 0-4. They have not won a game this far in the season. Every opponent that has guarded Caitlin has took it very personally. From my perspective and how I view it is, Caitlin is still a great player. And the fact that these players, the fact that the WNBA stars know that they have to put their best defenders on her, I feel still speaks volume for the type of player she is. Although people are saying, well, we told her that this is going to happen, or Diana Taurasi, we knew it was going to be a whole new level. Of course it's going to be a whole new level. Just like when she was from high school to college, she had to adjust and up her level, and it was a whole new level. She's going to have to up her level in the WNBA as well. I am in no way, shape, or form in a frenzy like how everybody else is about her having a kind of rough start. She still has been having 20 balls in the WNBA as a rookie. Still speaks volumes for her and who she is as a player. I just want to address that. Now today they play the Seattle Storm, which the Seattle Storm, to me, watching the Seattle Storm, they're still trying to figure out their chemistry, what they're doing, and they're still trying to figure out what they need to do as far as putting the chemistry in and just being able to play well together. They have played okay, but I feel like once they get their chemistry, they have a lot of vets. Hopefully they can get them to kind of coexist with each other and be able to play off each other. It starts to look better because it's kind of hard to watch the Storm a little bit. So yeah, I feel like the future of the Indiana Fever is still great. It's still going to be wonderful. They are adjusting. Caitlin is adjusting. This is normal. I do still feel like the comments that Diana Taurasi made was her being a hater. Not gonna lie, I still feel that way. But yeah, overall, the Indiana Fever and the Storm in this game, I feel like everybody, whoever is like guarding Caitlin, they're taking the games more personal than any other game that I've seen. And so, in my honest opinion, I don't feel like the Seattle Storm is starting off that well, and I don't feel like they're having good chemistry. The last game that I watched them play, it was just alright. But I'm taking the Indiana Fever on this game. So, comment down below who you taking for tonight's game. They play at 9 p.m. So that's who plays tonight. Yesterday, the Wings played the Dream. The Dream beat them 78-83. The Wings, that's now back-to-back losses, I believe, for them. They had just lost to Chicago Sky. They had like a doubleheader the prior weekend before they played Chicago Sky on like a Thursday. They beat the Chicago Sky. So now that's 2 losses in a row for the Wings. But that game was a good game. Like, that was a good game. It was a good game to watch. Overall, you know who's going to do what. Arike had 24 points, of course. She's going to do her thing. Get her buckets. That's who she is. She's going to get her buckets. I feel like Ryan Howard has some really good moments. I feel like she's coming off a really good last year's season. As well as Alicia Gray, which she's a really, really good player. She made the All-Star team last year. But that was a really good game to watch. And then the Mercury played the Aces. They beat the Aces 98-88. And then the Mystics played the Sparks. And the Sparks beat them by 2 points. So we're getting some good games, some good competition. I feel like the rookies and people are showing up. I feel like, yeah, I'm excited for this WNBA season to see how it goes. I know it's been a lot of talk about Caitlin Clark and what she's doing. Overall, I feel like they're going to adjust the Indiana Fever. If you look, it's a lot of rookies, sophomores, and third years on their team. So they have a rather younger team. I still feel like they're going to be successful over time if they can keep this group together, as well as just be successful in general. I'm not worried about Caitlin Clark. And if she's not going to live up to the hype, I feel like she's going to adjust. And I feel like she's going to be able to evolve her game and figure out what she needs to work on, just as she did in college. Her sophomore year to her junior year. Her sophomore year, it was her losing games. People were able to put their bodies on her or use their weight to be able to stop her because she was thin. The next year, she got in the weight room, got stronger, got tougher, did what she needed to do. Then the following year, she kind of needed get a little bit faster. Like, she constantly is adjusting her game to make herself better. So therefore, I feel like she is already a pro, and she's already going to do some great things. Now, somebody who is doing really, really good that I want to talk about, because I've been watching her. She plays on the wings. Maddie came from Villanova. She's pro ready. She is a hustler. She's getting the board. She's getting her twos and fews. I really, really like her game. I like how she's coming into the WNBA hungry, but also very humble, and she just does the dirty work and does what she needs to do. So shout out to her, because I love watching her play, and I love her just stepping in and taking on that role. So yeah, that's what I have for the following games. On Thursday, we got 3 games. We got the Lynx versus the Sun. I'm going to take the Sun on that game. The Sun is just really good. Then we got the Chicago Sky versus the New York Liberty. I don't know. The Liberty is on a roll. The Liberty is 4-0. Sabrina did not come to play. She said this is her year. That's how she's coming into this thing. The New York Liberty are hooping. So, yeah. Then we got the Mystics versus the Mercury. I'm taking the Mercury. The Mystics just don't look that good to me. I know they had a few players that were hurt. They're now trying to get, like, acclimated. But they just don't look like a well put together team as of right now. The teams that I've watched that look put together, that can, like, if we compete for a championship right now, would be contenders is, I would say, I like the Dallas Wings. I feel like they have all the right pieces. The Dallas Wings, the Connecticut Sun, the Mercury, and then the Aces. And those are the 4 teams that I feel like is, like, looking like they're meshed well together. Even though it's early in the season, I feel like down the line, the Seattle Storm will get better and eventually be able to get into the position of being in that talk. But as of now, the Seattle Storm don't look that good. The Minnesota Lynx look okay, but watching the Minnesota Lynx, that I was watching them the other day, it still feels like they're missing something. Like, they got Nafisa Collier, they got a point guard, but it's still something that's just missing some pieces that's just like, if they had this piece, I don't know what it is, that it would make them a much better team. But yeah, overall, the WNBA season, the team that's off to the hottest start is the Liberty, of course. And I'm excited to see what the Liberty do this season. I'm excited to see how things are going to go down. Even though it's early in the season, it's been a pretty competitive season this far. Exciting to see. Everybody's been, even though the Liberty's, Sabrina's performances and Sabrina's doing great stuff is being overshadowed by the negativity that people are constantly talking about, how Caitlin Clark is struggling or she looks tired and this and that. But y'all are not talking about the Liberty are hooping right now. You're not talking about Enrique is hooping right now. Y'all not talking about Ryan Howard is hooping right now. That's the only critique that I have for the media, as far as, like, as much as y'all talking about Caitlin playing bad, okay, forget that. Say she's playing, y'all view her as she's playing bad, or she's having a hard time adjusting. Diana Taurasi told y'all so. Okay, cool, we got it. But now talk about these players that are hooping, that are playing good. Don't just talk about Caitlin Clark getting locked up. Talk about Sabrina hooping. Talk about Enrique's hooping. Enrique that had, I believe, back-to-back 15-point plus games. She's hooping. Talk about Ryan Howard hooping. Talk about these players that are getting buckets, that have been in the league this long, have earned their respect. Ryan Howard is fairly new to the league. I think this is her 3rd year. But talk about these players that are hooping. Like, don't just keep talking about, oh, Caitlin Clark's not living up to the hype. She hasn't heard a 30-point game yet. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear about the hoopers. We want to hear about, put the light on women's basketball. Don't just put the light on one person. I do feel like it is only being one light on one person. And y'all are not only portraying her, just portraying her, but y'all, it's negative. So be more positive, I feel like, and talk about, like, as a whole, like, what's going on in the WNBA. Okay, Caitlin Clark, she might be adjusting and this and that, but this rookie over here, like Maddie, she's doing what needs to get done. She's a staple for the wing. She's going to get those extra boards when they're missing and getting putbacks and hustling after the ball. Talk about Maddie and what Maddie's doing. Or talk about Cameron Brink. She's getting blocks. Or just different things like that. A player that I did say I was excited for them to adjust and get to that is not really doing a whole lot. I don't know if the Sparks system really fit her game. In my opinion, Rickea Jackson, I feel like that, I don't know. I don't like her with the Sparks. I feel like Rickea will play better on a team like the Phoenix Mercury. Or I feel like she would play better on a team like the Connecticut Sun. I feel like she would play really well with the Connecticut Sun. I don't know why. But I don't know. I don't really see her fitting with the Sparks. I don't really, now that I'm seeing them play, I don't really like her with them. Honestly. I don't know. But I am seeing players that's like have fallen out of the rotation at the Sparks. Like Zaya Cook was heavy in the rotation last year. She's fallen out the rotation. Ari McDonald was kind of, she was at the Dream. I remember her seeing more. But a person that was like heavier in the rotation that is not in the rotation as of now is Zaya Cook. I don't know what for and why, because Zaya Cook is a hooper. I don't know if they're trying to see like what the rookies look like, but yeah. But overall, the WNBA has started off to a really good season. I do have something to say. If y'all be complaining about people not watching these WNBA games and it's not getting as much coverage and things like that, or people not getting as much coverage but people aren't watching as much, it's very difficult to watch WNBA games. Like, WNBA games need to be on ESPN2, ESPN3, ESPNU. If you are going to put it on the WNBA app, everybody should be accessing. Like, I feel like it's very complicated. I bought the WNBA premium YouTube to watch the games on there, and then even now some of the games be like, oh, you can't watch this game because it's on blah blah blah, or it's not in your network. Like, it's difficult to be able to watch these WNBA games, and we want to be able to watch these WNBA games, and y'all making it difficult. Like, make it as easy as you're making it to watch these NBA games. Like, or put it on TNT. Like, I don't know. I feel like it could be a better done job to be able to access and watch these WNBA games. It's to be difficult sometimes. Like, I don't know. Like, it'll let me watch it on my phone, and I could put it on my TV, but it won't let me watch it from YouTube on my TV because it's basically saying I'm out of the jurisdiction. Like, it's a lot going on to be able to watch these games. So, yes, if anybody comes across this and you happen to be the WNBA person, whatever, I need y'all to figure this out. And I need it to be better. So, yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to continue to put out content and be back with more videos.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare.